Welcome back, everybody, to the Colorado Rockies franchise on MLB The Show 21. Unfortunately, we find the Rockies in last place in the NL West, and I'm hoping we can find a way to fix this season. I spent the offseason trying to boost the offense again by adding Rafael Devers, and we've become one of the better home run hitting teams, and we're getting on base a lot more than we were in seasons past. We have seen some pitching regression this year. German Marquez has struggled, and then in the bullpen, it always seems like somebody's going through a really rough patch of games. We have really good pitchers when it comes to just sending them out for one inning. Alex Colomé, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Michael Givens, they've all been pretty good this year. I think they've actually been really good. But what we don't have is somebody who can go out and give us 2-3 innings out of the bullpen. That has been a mess. And it has a domino effect where we end up using so many of our pitchers in every game because they're really not meant to go multiple innings. So we have a lot of prospects in the organization. I wanted to take a look at some trade options. First up, from Colorado, Jordan Holloway of the Miami Marlins, who has put together a couple really good years in the dynasty for the franchise, but this year he hasn't been off to a great start. He's out of minor league options, but has a few years of team control. Then on the Pirates trade block, for some reason they have Jaime Barria here, who still has a couple years of team control and is pitching really well this season. He's been one of their better starting pitchers. So using the trade finder here, I wanted to see what the Pirates were interested in. And they're looking for a couple pretty solid prospects in return with Ryan Vilade and Jacob Pearson. Meanwhile, for Jordan Holloway, who's 5 overall points lower, the Marlins were not looking for as much in return. I also had to think about the budget here. Although both Holloway and Barria aren't on big deals, either player could fit, we just have to make it work. But I wanted to make the trade here for Jordan Holloway as we send them Lewin Diaz. I know we acquired him a while ago, I think, from Miami, but because this trade wouldn't require us to give up 2 B potential prospects, and all I want is a solid bullpen pitcher, I made the move for Jordan Holloway. I also waived Ryan Castellani to make room, but Baltimore wanted to claim him off waivers, so I decided to instead take him off of waivers and then send down Ryan Rollison to AAA. Initially, I wanted to keep Rollison on the 26-man roster, but we'll just be sending him down to AAA again, and then Castellani will still be on the MLB roster alongside Jordan Holloway. And we do end up winning 4 out of 5. Right after a little losing streak, we get back to 500, and we're going to San Francisco here, a little 2-game series. We win the first one, 6-5, with a good start from Michael Pineda. He's 4-1 as a starter. Has only had a couple of rough outings. So we're going to take on the Giants today with Yonny Chirinos, who's been very reliable, taking on a big addition of the Giants, one of the recent off seasons. They picked up Jack Flaherty. Real tough matchup. Not sure why he didn't stay in St. Louis, but here are the numbers. He's 8-5, 3.24 ERA, 102 strikeouts, and just over 91 innings. And we'll start here in the first inning with Flaherty picking up a couple of strikeouts here in the first. He does get Brian Reynolds here looking. And with 2 down, that brings up David Geronimo hitting 238. Oh, you can't leave that over the middle. Driven deep to right center. And that's touching down. Geronimo into second. It's a ground rule double. I think if that had stayed in, he'd challenge for a triple. But that gives Rafael Devers a chance for his 50th RBI, and he's brought up the batting average to 239. Pretty happy with his play overall, as he fouls off the slider a bit inside, 1-2. And this one runs even further inside. Looks like it hit him in the elbow. 2 on now for Trey Turner. And the first pitch is grounded to second. Nice sliding stop, and Flaherty picks up a 0. As we turn things over to Yonny Chirinos, who's pitching way better than a 3-7 record would indicate. A 1.24 whip, 3.3 ERA. Chirinos has been very steady. And the first pitch grounded to short. Here is Turner fading away, and he makes the throw to first. One down. That brings up Austin Slater. And the splitter is on the inside. 1-2. Oh, what a slider from Yanni Chirinos. The bottom just falls out. It's got a lot of movement. Mike Yastrzemski with 2 away. Fouls off the inside fastball. Chirinos once again ahead. And he gets him to chase the splitter. That's way outside. Chirinos with a 0. And we'll go into the second, where Elijah Diori is starting today at catcher. And we did have, I think, 3 players off the bench starting here just to give some players a rest. Ground out for Diori, and then Brendan Rodgers, just a 1.87 average. Has not worked out for him, and perhaps a trade is in his future. We'll have to see. Ryan McMahon, he's hit 10 homers this year for the Giants, having an all right season. We've already faced him a couple times this year, and I think he's gotten a hit in every game. That is a base hit to center field. That brings up the catcher, Joey Bart, a 3.45 average, and Chirinos gets ahead once more. Upstairs with the fastball at 95. Chirinos with his 3rd strikeout. With 2 down, here is Jake Bowers, and a ground ball to Connor Joe, who records the out. Not much offense here in the first 2 innings. How about Yanni Chirinos at the plate facing Jack Flaherty? First pitch, it's up and driven to left field, but can't do much with it there. It was a great pitch to hit. Top of the order once again, and Brandon Nimmo takes a slider that just missed. 3-2, and that is way too low. Flaherty walks Brandon Nimmo. 2 batters later, 2 down, and Geronimo works the count and draws the 2nd walk of the inning. So we give an RBI chance to Rafael Devers. Flaherty 1-1, and that one's outside. Patience paying off here for Colorado. Another one missed. 3-1 to Devers. And again missing low. Flaherty walks the bases loaded. Just suddenly not able to find the strike zone, and that brings up Trey Turner. There's another slider. He didn't seem to have great command of it, just leaving them over the middle. 0-1 fastball fouled away, and it's not in reach. But now an 0-2 count. There's a drive out to left center. Trey Turner puts 4 on the board. A grand slam. The first hit of the inning. Turner makes Flaherty pay for the 3 walks, but also not having command of his slider. That was right over the middle. A batter's dream with an 0-2 count to get something that good to hit. Turner does not miss. He's been hitting with more power this season, and what a time for a blast like that. 4-0 Rockies. There you go, Yanni Chirinos. What can he do with this lead? He can keep striking out these Giants hitters. There's his slider, and he had full command of it. Later in the inning, runner at 2nd, and this is Austin Slater looking at a fastball for strike 1. Pretty good slider there. I thought that was a cold strike, but he went around anyway. 0-2, and a busted bat. Chirinos really just was able to nail his spots early in the game, and that's what can give him a really good strikeout day from time to time. Let's go to the 4th inning. He falls behind here 3-0. Fastball to get the first strike. Then he breaks out the splitter. We got a full count now. Back to the splitter for strike 3. Chirinos, 4 shutout innings here in San Francisco. Still 4-0 going into the 5th as he strikes out Rougned Odor, now with the high fastball. 6th on the day. And with 2 down, Mauricio Dubon right to Connor Joe at first. You know what you're getting with Yonny Chirinos. I think he's one of the most consistent players on the entire team. Now, thankfully, we got the grand slam earlier from Trey Turner because we weren't getting much done offensively. Caleb Berringer came in after 4 innings and kept us from adding any more runs for a while. But he misses upstairs. Connor Joe driven deep to left center and off the wall. Joe into second with a double. And that's going to extend the inning for Elijah Diori. He's been our second catcher with Johnny Schaefer down at AAA, and we'll be catching up with him in an upcoming episode. 1-1 from Berringer. Diori fouls it off. And a 1-2 count. Right on the corner, strike 3 looking. This is what you need out of your bullpen. When your starter only lasts 4 innings, here comes Caleb Berringer to put up 3 zeros to keep San Francisco in the game somewhat. It's not totally lost at this point. And this is driven into center field, twisting away from Reynolds, and he comes up short on the dive. A valiant attempt, but it's going to be a triple. That's Luis Toribio coming off the bench with a big hit for San Francisco. And then Chirinos misses, and Estrada has a base hit to right field. San Francisco's on the board. Still trying to see if Chirinos can go 6 innings. Pitch count, mid-70s. Slater, chopper right side. Kind of slow. They do get the out at second, but no double play. Mike Yastrzemski next. And a chopper right back to Chirinos. They get to second, and they will turn 2. A quality start for Yonny Chirinos. He goes 6 innings, only allowing 4 hits and the 1 run. Now a 3-run game. San Francisco back to their bullpen. Connor Menez on the mound. And Ty France will come off the bench here. Just 1 at-bat for him today. 1-2. He turns on it. Left center hit well. Ty France does it again. A solo homer. Number 19 on the season. By the way, that was a contact swing. France is just that good this season. Brandon Nimmo, 3-2. Driven deep to right field. And this is off the wall. Another extra base hit. And a double. That brings up Brian Reynolds. Left up and driven deep to left center yet again. Out of reach and down at the wall. Reynolds in with the double. A lot of extra base hits to left center in this one. And finally, the Rockies getting some hits together. Now it's a 6-1 game and David Geronimo at the plate. There's a drive, hit high and hard out to left center field. Back at the wall, and David Geronimo takes it out. 19th on the season. I don't know what it is about left center field today, but man, we're having a lot of fun over there. Rockies opening this game up. It was a 3-run game not long ago, and now 7. Maybe 8. Devers deep right. Way back, and a splash landing. 9-1 Colorado. 18 from Devers now as he tries to take the top spot on the team. You know, earlier in the game, they showed everybody out with the kayaks. Where'd they go? You finally got one. Jordan Holloway is coming out of the bullpen. This is a perfect time to display him because we're up by 8. I don't want to be using our best pitchers in these spots. So can Jordan Holloway become a solid multi-inning option for us? He's ahead of McMahon, gets him to chase the curveball. Nice pitch, pretty nasty. First strikeout for Holloway. Rougned Odor with 2 away. Driven out to center. That's going to send Reynolds back at the track. How many ballparks is that actually a home run? Thankfully, we're here at San Francisco. Bottom of the 8th, and Jake Bauer sends one in the air to right. No problem for Brandon Nimmo. With one away, Holloway ahead of Mauricio Dubon, and there's strike 3 looking. That clock's at 97 on the radar gun. Pedro Leon comes off the bench, and he does lace a sharp single into left field. That brings up Thairo Estrada, 1 for 3. And then Holloway follows up the hit with his first walk. Austin Slater, 2 on, 2 down. And hit in the air to right field. No problem. 2 zeros for Holloway. Can he give us a third? Mike Yastrzemski. Chopper. And Holloway's going to cover. Joe flips it to him. 2 more to go. McMahon. Chasing the fastball. Not bad. 1-2. Got him to go after the changeup, and Holloway has some pretty good stuff here. They're chasing, they're missing. I love seeing this. Leaves this one up, but Joey Bart's going to make it an easy play for Brandon Nimmo, and the Rockies win 9-1. Very fun game. It's always nice to have something like this. Chirinos has a great start. Holloway comes in, gets credit for the save. I'm not quite sure why, because he entered with an 8-run lead, but he did pitch 3 good innings. And the Rockies, after Trey Turner's home run, turn it on late in the game, blast a few more over the fence, including a splash landing for Rafael Devers lefty-lefty. That's impressive. It's too early to say if Jordan Holloway is the right pitcher to fix this need for us, but if there is another move that needs to happen, we will look to do that before the trade deadline. We have prospects and things we can do, and we can be more aggressive. I made this trade today because it didn't end up forcing us to trade away our top prospects or anything. And perhaps he ends up at least being an upgrade over Ryan Castellani. We'll have to see. But we do have to keep him on the big league roster basically because he is out of options. And I imagine if we waived him, he would be claimed. But we continue to approach the All-Star break, and we have a lot of players that are not top, but close at their positions. So I hope we have a few more All-Stars this year, and the All-Star break is a little more interesting for us. Would be nice for a change. But I will have more episodes coming your way soon. I will be getting some more games into them and back to some player lock action. And I will also have future episodes in 60 frames a second. If you watch the most recent Giants video on my second channel, that's the kind of quality I'll be recording in. I figured some things out. I don't have any recording problems right now. Like to keep it that way. Well, that will do it for today, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.